What's up, and welcome to the Indie Credibles podcast show of what we loved about January. Not the Indie Credibles
January
podcast.
2018.
Kind of fun up a little bit, but
Yeah.
I like your recovery.
Yeah.
That's all that counts.
Always bringing it back. And welcome,
The classy cast.
the Classy Cast. We
Cheers,
are
lads.
enjoying a nice bottle of 2016 Cote de Rhone. If you want to join us, because we're classy.
Cote de Rhone.
Cote de Rhone.
Yep, I love that. Nice and classy.
Thought that was the is that Bonington's logo on the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're Pen, and you drinking Boningtons. Fucking
Really good,
classy.
So, what is the What We Loved show? Well,
Yeah, what is it?
yeah, what is it?
Where am I?
Clues
Who are
in
you
the
people? Let's get into the deep conversations here tonight, guys.
Clue is in the
This is
title.
Philosophy 101.
Clue is in the title. It is what we loved, and we do it at the end of every month as a kind of recap, a review of the month. We pick 3 things each. Thomas being what a dickhead. For the audio listeners, Tom is trying to look classy, but just looked like an absolute
Succeeding.
cock. Yeah, this is a kind of roundup of the month. What we loved. It could be including. Could include books, could include comics, could include TV, film, video games.
I miss comics. Man.
Anything, absolutely anything. So yeah, 3 things each, and we go around and we share them. Who wants to start? Should I say where we can get it? Because I always skip that bit.
We can get what?
Where we can
Where
get,
we
what-
get it?
where
Where
we
we
can
get
get
the-
What are we
it.
getting and where are we
Yeah.
getting it? The class has dropped now. I'm scared.
Let me say that again. Guys, I apologise. You can get this a week early on Patreon. That's what I should have
Hey,
said.
Lewis.
You can get this a week early on Patreon.
Oh, right.
$1 will get the audio version a week early. $3 will get you the video version early. Yeah,
You are shitting me.
I shit you not.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Obviously, you can also get this on YouTube for video form, and you can get it on iTunes, SoundCloud, Player FM, and other podcast services in audio form. And that will be enough of that. Now,
Nice. Let's get into it.
let's dive into. Who wants to start?
I don't mind.
Go on, Lewis.
Yeah,
I'll
Lewis.
start. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
start.
Dragon Ball Z, so let's move on. Oh, sorry. Dragon Ball Fighters.
Z.
Thing is, when is it going to pop up? So I'm going to
we
start.
don't
Oh.
know. I'm on edge
Here we
now.
go.
I'm going to start off with a bit of a curveball here, and I've already mentioned this in another video on the website. A new feature we started doing this year was 5 great free games you can play on itch.io.
Yep.
And I've probably played 20 games last month on itch.io. I mean, most of them are
They're
5
quite
minutes.
short. Some
Yeah.
of them are
I mean,
just...
we'll say that Aria's Story, I'm 2.5 hours into and I've not finished it yet. It's like a chunky game. It's a browser-based game, so you're playing in a tiny little window. But
Yeah.
it's a good, fun game. But there was a game on there. It's actually a demo for a game that's coming out on Steam, hopefully mid this year. And I really hope it comes out mid this year, because the demo blew me away. Genuinely.
This is in your video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was number 1. It's called Rain Swept.
That's it, yeah.
Rain Swept
Yes.
come along, and I sat down to play it, and I was like, 20 minute, cool. Yeah, I'll just give it a go. Started playing it, I was got more engaged into it, and it went on and went on and went on. I was playing this with headphones, and I recommend playing this with headphones because the music is brilliant in there. It's very Twin Peaks, Sleepy Town kind of vibe, where you play as a Detective Anderson, who goes along to solve what looks like a closed book, heat of passion murder, where a husband's
That's
killed.
something you do with pork, mate, not with wine.
What's the difference? Am I right, James?
Yeah,
They know.
Where a husband,
They know you look like a fool.
where a husband looks like he's killed his wife,
Right, let me talk.
and it looks like it's a real simple case. But going there, you soon realise that that's not going to be the way, and this detective's got a dark history, and all this stuff starts creeping up. The demo lasts an hour, but it finished, and I was like, "Oh my god, you guys!"
we need pipes.
Yeah. And the demo finished, and I was genuinely impressed with what it is. And you can play it completely free now. Itch.io. It's called Rain Swept. There'll be a link to it below in this podcast if you're watching on YouTube.
Actually does it really good.
it is-
I watched the video.
Yeah,
There's a video.
Animation art style is very similar to Night in the Woods from
Yeah.
last year. It's kind of got that clumsy animation almost, where you almost feel like the legs are going to not make the body fall over, and like when you change
okay.
direction. But it's really cool, and it's it's really grounded storytelling with the way the demo finishes. I don't want to ruin anything. The way the demo finishes made me very excited because where the potential that the game could go to.
Yeah, it looks like, from what I saw in the video, it looks like where I thought Virginia was going to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When it first started out, I thought, oh, this is interesting. Until
And then it went.
became really pretentious.
Downhill.
Yeah, one of my top picks is Rainswept. Frostwood Interactive are the developers.
So that's free, the demo.
Completely free, and it's an hour-long demo. Itch.io, go check it out. And then the full game, you can expect that. I think they're hoping around about mid-2018.
Is this a PC release, or is it? Do we know?
I don't know. It will be coming to...
Fastlow, to be fair.
obviously, it's going to come to Steam.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
It comes to Steam.
Where were you 10 years ago?
It's coming to Steam. I don't see why it wouldn't be on other consoles. Obviously, it depends on where it does and if anyone else picks it up, but I would love to see it somewhere else. Go on then, Tom. Stop being a dickhead and take us
Come on,
through
Tom.
your...
Not being a dickhead.
First
Being
topic.
sophisticated, Lewis. The first one I'm going to talk about is a television show. Are you aware of these, guys?
Ooh, yeah,
Televisual?
I believe they exist.
Yeah.
And these are series of shows that are shown in flickering images of light boxes?
Believe it or not,
I
a
try not
series
to.
of still images
Yes.
presented in such a fast way
Right.
gives the illusion of motion.
Fuck me.
Yes, and it's
No, literally. Right now.
Okay, well, let's get
Go on,
That's what
Tom.
the wine does to me. It's Inside Number 9. Do you know this show?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Till I watched it.
I know.
Lewis, let's watch Lewis think for a moment. Or listen
I
to
know
Lewis
the
think
show.
if you're listening to
It's
the
on- How do I know the show?
How do you know this show? Because it's on television.
Are you
Is it
sure
Netflix?
it's not the
It
Mighty
is on
Number?
Netflix.
Are you not
it's
sure
a BBC
you're thinking
show.
of Mighty Number 9,
No.
the incredibly failed...
What is it about?
I'm glad you
Yeah,
asked.
tell me.
I'm sure I might have seen this. Carry on.
Inside Number 9 is an anthology series such as Black Mirror.
Yeah.
It's always a different story with like a cool twist at the end. Usually, it's a cool twist at the end, and it's always inside a building or a
Never seen
flat
it.
or anything, and it's always Number 9.
Okay.
That's how it's tied together. But it's always
Okay.
a different story each time, and it's always weird.
Okay.
So would you... you probably wouldn't know. You know the Twilight Zone?
I do
Where
know
it was-
the Twilight
okay.
Zone, yes.
So is it along that sort of lines, except it's hitting... The only thing
It's
that
not
connects
as
them is the
weird as Twilight Zone, but it is
Okay.
like it is. There's no like each episode is its own thing. It's about
Yeah.
4 minutes long. It is more like Black Mirror than it is like Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Like Close Encounters. Do you remember
Of the third kind?
that? No,
Yeah, that
the
was
the
only-
TV program.
I didn't know
Close
there was one.
Encounters, yeah.
Is that similar sort of
Do
thing?
you mean Erie, Indiana?
No, Close Encounters used to be on after X-Files. It was a really shit version of like Horrors of the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt, you mean?
That one.
Horrors of the
There was
Crypt.
nothing to do with crepes in that. There were no pancakes involved with the series.
Horrors of the... Welcome to Horrors of the Crypt.
Can I point out, this is the man who said he could drink shitloads. He's had half a glass of wine.
Wow.
Horrors of the Crypt. What a dick.
I love Horrors of the Crypt.
Yeah.
I like Outside Number 10 is the show I'm talking about, right, guys? Look,
Carry
So
on.
people will stand outside
Yes.
the door of number 9 and go,
something's
Hello?
going on, but they can just
you
sort of
need to
hear
move
it.
to number
It's
10.
like, well, here's something going on inside. But yeah, Inside Number 9. It's cool. It's
Okay.
weird. You get these weird stories. It's I think I've got. I'll talk about the first episode
Yeah,
Go on.
okay.
because they're all different. I'm going to spoil the first episode. It's still going to be a good watch.
Okay.
I won't be like too like specific about the spoilers, but I'm
Okay.
definitely going to talk about what happens.
Yes.
So the first episode, you're introduced to this sort of mansion. It's Number 9, obviously.
Yeah.
And you see this room, and there's someone, a woman. I've forgotten the actress's name. She's Jen in IT Crowd.
I know who you mean.
You'll find a lot of famous faces crop up in each episode.
Just
So it's an English series.
it's BBC, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Oh,
two.
this isn't by the same people who did League of Gentlemen.
Yes,
And bits
yes.
like that. Yes.
It is,
okay,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, I know it.
and
now.
the two of the guys from that are in every episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're great, by the way.
yeah. As they have been in
they're
so many things.
Excellent in that show. And she's looking for someone, and it's like she's playing a hide and seek game in this mansion because she's having a fancy engagement party because she's
that?
rich and fancy, and you know it's about this.
I want to
it's
get you a
a
little towel just to hang over that.
I think you're doing it wrong. I must
It
say.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It matters. This is the classy cast.
Says the man who is sipping from his glass like an elephant
trying to
from a watering hole.
Well, nah, come on. Is that it gone?
Gone.
Wow.
Nice.
Blasted through that. Have you played Sardines before?
Yes.
Yeah, they're playing Sardines, basically, you hide and seek, but when you find someone, you hide
stay with them, yeah.
And it's about these people cramming into this cupboard. And...
Orgy.
No.
Okay.
But the whole time, there's a sort of...
Fat girl
There's
cupboard.
something going on. There's something that the woman, Jen, is, and her brother are like, keep alluding to something dark that happens there in their house. And
Orgy.
No.
Okay.
Close. Literally close. And they don't, it's the whole time they just like, don't talk about it. Like, so it keeps coming up, and like one of them, the brother especially, keeps getting quite like annoyed and antsy about it. And then like, it's just the whole time the dialogue between all these characters are all they're all kind of up themselves dickheads.
Yeah.
And there's this great twist at the end. I don't know if I want to say it or not. Should I say it?
No, don't say the twist.
No.
And it all builds up to this great twist. And the whole time that you've been watching it, you've been like, oh.
So is it the same sort of thing as League of Gentlemen and all of that?
I couldn't
it's
say
a dark
I've never
comedy.
seen it.
You never seen League of Gentlemen?
Yeah, I could say it's black comedy, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more, some of them are more dark than they are funny.
Yeah.
But there are bits where it makes you laugh and stuff. And at the end, it's never like, oh my God, at the end. It's always
And this is on Netflix at the moment.
It's on Netflix now, yeah. Well, it's 2 seasons.
Unless you're in Canada, as I found out recently.
Well, they don't have Netflix?
Well, you know how we were pointing out the indie game movie?
Mm-hmm.
Brian can't get it. It's not on Canadian Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't condone it, but there are ways on the internet where you can watch things.
Yeah.
Just saying, Brian.
We know people.
Also, if you wait till next payday, Brian, there will be a gift to you.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's my payday, not your payday.
I don't know hand
Didn't you
jobs
just
cost
get paid?
anything.
I've got to wait till the next one.
Okay, fair enough.
I've spent all my money.
Wow, yeah,
I bought cameras.
That's
I
adult
bought
life in a nutshell,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Hello mortgage, hello bills, hello 14-year-old child.
But yeah, Inside of a
God, I
Line.
thought my life would be better.
Oh, wow. This is the classy card.
Classy card.
Hey!
Yay.
Hey!
Don't have
That's a
kids.
tiny bit in there.
Melancholy classy cast.
Yeah, well, let's not get too sad.
No.
I say that.
Go on then, Dan.
She's great.
Pick us up then. What's one of your top things that you... I know Dan finds it hard to find anything happy from the month. But,
His
so
life,
asking him
I
to
mean, look
find,
at him, he's a
asking him to
sad,
find
sad man.
3 things in a month.
It's fucking pushing.
He's like, having a fucking laugh at you, mate. 3? I'll do fucking 1.
Because
is it.
everyone knows I'm a London geezer.
Yeah.
Like that.
I can't do accents.
Cool, blimey, governor.
Yeah.
I'll be having a
It's
Yeah.
me, Dan.
I am Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber when he says, where are you from? She's like, Austria. He's like, G'day, mate. Hello, shrimp on the
I can do
body.
2 accents. One of them is Australian, the other one's London geezer.
That is it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hang on. Tom's just had a shit. Go on.
I mean, if you would... I know, I just thought of something else that I love from this month, but I don't know what to do now.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
just Go
Well,
on, Dan.
move on
Carry
while you think about it. So, January's quite a dull month. Anyway,
I don't think so, but
Month.
carry on.
Month.
January's a shit month, but everyone hates
It is.
it.
It is.
It's the Monday
it's a
of the
dull
year.
month. It is.
I've had a
Yeah.
great month, but carry on.
Hey,
Lewis,
you've been playing
stop.
Dragon Ball, but I've had an interesting month, as in the amount of different. I've started doing a lot of board games things on the Dice Bear, and you can go along and look at board games. But what's been really interesting is, and it links to indie games, is the amount of people out there creating. So it's not really, I can't really point it to one thing, but I have a great month of looking at all these different creative people. Which sounds fucking up there. It sounds pretentious and crap. doesn't it?
I'm with you.
No. I mean, you want to be a sellout,
I was
you be a
really, I was
sellout.
really
I'm not-
focused on
I'm
my
joking.
I think Sellout would be playing Dragon Ball for fucking 30 hours. Welcome to Wankfest 2018.
Whoa,
But-
hang on. Let's be friends, guys.
Carry on.
But there's
But I
been...
don't like this. So your thing is that the
my big thing
creativity
has
going
been
on.
the creativity going on.
Yeah.
I've, as most people know who watch this or listen to it, I'm quite a pessimistic person.
grumpy fuck. Yeah.
I'm a grumpy fuck in my old age. But throughout this month of doing the games and looking at indie games that have been coming out, I think we're in for a really fucking great year.
Oh, I hope so.
February alone looks unbelievable.
One of the
games.
reasons I'm so excited for Res this year because I want to see.
It's all the
because
indie
it's
games.
the mecca of indie games, really.
It's the
isn't it? I
mecca
wanna
of
see
indie games, and
the weird
I
shit
think
people are
that's
coming up
been
with.
the best thing about this month. The best thing about this month for me has been looking forward to rest.
Mm.
It has been watching all these incredible artists that I just sit on my Twitter feed and go, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, because the work they're producing, the board games that have been coming out. I mean, if I had more money, I'd sponsor every single board game I talked about. There's a Rambo game coming out, and I thought, oh my god, I should put it on you. I watched the gameplay. It's not in one of my videos because it's not really my type of game, but I'd buy it for Lewis in a second. There's a Highlander game that looks great by Riverhorse. That is in one of my videos. Watch it. That is a game that when I get paid next, I will be paying for so that we can play it. There's so many.
There can be only one.
But that's the point of the game, and that's how it works. Man, I just want to say out the cone. Fuck you.
I have one issue.
You can be Sean Connery.
I was going to say I want to be Sean Connery.
You want to be the Egyptian with the Scottish voice.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Sean Connery. I'm from Egypt.
My favourite thing about Sean Connery is the overt racism in all his films. And he beats women.
I'm a Russian submarine commander. Can you not tell from my accent?
That's a good
Well, it's like conservative
Yeah.
status. That's your first thing. What are you going to be over to? How are you going to beat that?
You're reading my sheet, so you know exactly
I'm not
what
ready. I
the
just
my
looked
other
down.
two are.
I'm not.
That's because he can't read.
Well, I don't think we're going to let that go, but
No, I
Lewis
think-
can't read.
I think this month has shown me that actually, if you move away from mainstream, and that's not just in
You
a
get
case
edgy.
of indie games,
We are
as in
shorts,
indie
yeah.
video games, I'm talking about
Hipsters.
everything. That you're gonna start finding people who
So we are
really are
drinking
doing
wine.
something. Let these two bum for a second,
Oh, come on.
and it's renewed my faith in humanity,
Whoa, that's a big claim.
which is pretty good.
From Dan.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Considering Donald Trump did his speech to whoever the fuck he
For
talked
his
to
State of the
recently.
Union
His
thing.
State of the
Yeah.
Union. Oh my god.
Did you watch it? I didn't watch it.
Yeah, of course I did.
Was it any good?
No, it was nasty.
Is it because the State of the Union is a complete fucking mess?
I think the big thing you can take from the State of the Union is whoever's writing a script did a damn good job, but they forgot they were writing for Donald Trump,
So it
who
just
would then
comes off.
15 minutes later go on Twitter and ruin the whole thing.
He is the best today.
He's such a fucking tit.
Oh, I love him so much.
Should we go on to the next round?
Yeah, it's you, mate.
Number 2. So I was going to mention a book, as I said to you guys. I sent the notes out. I was mentioning a book. I'm not going to mention a book because I haven't. So the book is in 3 parts. It's actually coming out as a movie this year.
Wait, so you're mentioning the book anyway?
No, it's coming out as a. It's coming out as a film later this year with
Val Kilmer.
who played
Tom Cruise.
Padme in
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean,
Annihilation film.
yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, so I've read part 1. It's a Southern Ranch series, but I'll mention that another time. What I'm going to mention is, and I didn't put this out first when I emailed you guys, because my first 6 hours with it, I wasn't loving, and that's Monster Hunter World. The first 6 hours, I was like...
So this is your thing, Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, it's Monster Hunter World, because the first 6 hours, I enjoyed it. The reason I went for it in the end was, long story short, the wife said, I owe you a present. Wife said, I owe you a present. And I was like, oh. And then I was watching some videos of it on my phone next to the wife, and she's like, oh, why didn't we get you this game? And I was like, I don't know. Then I was on Twitter, and someone said, Monster Hunter World is the best open world Final Fantasy game I played for a long time, which then gave me an erection and made me go, I'm buying this game. So got the game. The first 6 hours, I was like, this is okay, but is this all I do? Just kind of, because I'm playing it as a solo player, I'm not jumping on with other people. I was going back to your home base. I've got to say, the game looks absolutely stunning. I was going back to my little kind of base area, my little cute Piccolo, the cat thing. And I was going out on a quest. I was coming back and going out on a quest and coming back. And I was like, this is fun, but I'm just going out and I'm bashing buttons and I'm killing monsters and I'm coming back. I didn't feel like there was much tactical to the game. And I was like, I thought there'd be a bit more meat to it than this.
I thought you were on Dark Souls.
And then
Does it have a Studio Ghibli feel to
and then it sends you on this hunt. And I don't want to. I won't spoil things. It sends you on a hunt to this big. Obviously, you have no idea what the creatures are because they come up with fucking weird ass names like Pukey and Anajavath or whatever it's called. But they send you on this.
God's touching my faff.
They send you on this hunt. And you go out, and then it kind of just dropped me there, and I was like, "Oh, okay." There's no one actually then, and then there was no tutorial stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I'm on my own a bit more now. I can actually go this way and go that way." I wasn't following. I had to find the hunt myself. I had to find the trail, and I was like, "This is a bit better now. Cool." And as I said to you in the car earlier, the moment was when I was like just foraging this stuff, and Sarah was sat in front room with me on her phone.
That's
The wife. That's
by
the
way.
wife.
And this roar come out that it literally was like I was watching Jurassic Park and the T-Rex roar. It was so
Sarah had just gone nuts. She
Yeah.
was.
it was so loud, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And she was like, "I don't know, what was that?" And I turned around, and there was this T-Rex crossed raptor, like a
You
furry
mean an
T-Rex,
Indominus Rex, you might say.
a furry T-Rex,
No.
literally just like looking at me the way they do like that, and I was like, "Oh fuck." I don't think I should. I don't know what to do. So I was like, hide. I'm like, oh, where? So we're like, I'm like so tense. I'm like, fucking hell. So I like hide the thing here, and then it's like sniffing. And I was like, oh god, finds me and all that. And that moment onwards, where I'm running away from this thing, and then I ran into this basically other lair where I found the creature I was meant to be hunting, and I was like, shit. I'm going to call it a T-Rex. It's actually called an Angiraffe or something. Saw this other creature. And then this other creature went for the T-Rex. I hid behind a rock and literally watched for 10 minutes these creatures fully fight. The T-Rex
Nice.
killed the one I had to hunt. I went and got my loot and buggered off. But the world, as I've gone into it more now, so the first 6 hours it is, and I will say it's very complex. It's classic. The reason I like Final Fantasy, someone jumping new, if you used to jump into Final Fantasy now, you'd struggle because it's
Oh, yes.
the first probably 10 hours you got tutorial menu, and it's
I
always
skip all that.
and it's Japanese
It's too much.
and it's Japanese localized, so it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
And the game only tells you the basics you need to know, and you really need to spend hours to understand it. Whereas
You've played Monster Hunter before, so you probably
Oh,
do.
you
it.
might be right, yeah.
Is
So
it the same nowadays? That was a long time ago.
so
That's
for
going to be
me,
like 10 years ago.
this felt like
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
probably the first 6-7 hours felt like literally like the game told me nothing. I thought I'm doing things now. I'm just on a 10 hours in, and I'm doing things now, and I'm like, oh, why didn't I do this earlier? But the game doesn't tell you that, and you might go, oh, the game should tell me that, but it's a Japanese game. If you've played many Japanese games, they don't tell you
Yeah,
what to
no,
do.
fuck
I also think that if you're there going, oh, why didn't game
Yeah.
tell me that? You know, just
Go play Call of
life
Duty,
doesn't
you
tell
bitch.
you.
Like,
Yeah.
so I had
Exactly.
this. You have this thing on your arm where you can fire like rocks at animals to get their attention, or you can fire poo at some animals because the small animals. Basically, if you're
Suddenly
shit
I'm
cannon.
intrigued.
it is. So basically, if you're
Tell me
fighting,
more about this poo cannon, Lewis.
so you're fighting a big guy, and then you shoot poo at these other guys. They'll run away because the smell of the big guys scares them. So basically, you can lace an area so it stops other monsters coming in. So you're surrounding off the area.
Yeah.
Then I found out that I knew there was a grapple in this thing that I could use to get down. And then I was fighting the other day, and I was rolling around and all of a sudden I pressed something and I swung off this tree and landed on the monster's back, and then just started like stabbing it. And I was like, how the fuck did I do that? So I went on YouTube because I was like, I don't know how I did that. I went on YouTube and I was like, oh, it's easy. You just got to hold down R2, I press jump, then I press square. Then I was like, oh. So there's all these like layered mechanics to the game. And it is a case of 10 hours in, I'm hunter rank. Is that stopped? No. I'm hunter rank. Yeah. I'm hunter rank 10.
You were hoping.
Yeah. I'm hunter rank 10. No, sorry, I'm hunter rank 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you want to get it right?
I'm Hunter rank 10, no 4.
Sorry. I'm hunter rank.
God.
I'm hunter rank 4. And apparently, to get to see the best monsters, you got to get to hunter rank 100.
Fuck.
And I'm thinking that now, so some people.
So the T-Rex thing was not...
No.
No, that's the first area. And I've already found one, like earlier, this dragon, crossbow, with horns the size of wings. And I was walking, I was like, I'm going to go back now. Turn around. Oh, mate, the scale of that game is incredible. When you see something, it is a case of, I've got to go. And it is, even the small monsters are hard to kill. You have to lay traps down, you have to roll up. And I'm loving it for that. That game, at the moment, Dragon Ball's got my attention because...
It's a fighter and you're a fighter.
And I'm learning the mechanics. When I get the mechanics down more and I'm jumping in for an hour at a time just to keep up the practice, that's different. I'll probably put more time. But Monster Hunters, I can see myself in, and you can call me out on this, 2 months' time, still jumping back into Monster Hunter because I'm still going to hunt there's new monsters to
Do you
find.
think this is a game we can all play, do you think?
I really want to play with people, but everyone, I'm not being racist, everyone that logs in,
Here we go.
I can't read their name because it's in Japanese, and I'm like, I'm not
That's
going to
not
log in with you.
racist.
That's
You-
not racist.
You can't read
No, I'm
Japanese.
saying,
You
no,
can't do something, that doesn't mean you're racist.
No, but I'm saying I'm
if
not.
you're saying that you can't do something because of them...
I'm saying I'm not playing with them because of that. because I'm seeing his
That's
name.
fine.
I'm like,
No.
and they go like, this person wants a quest, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that, mate. I don't know what your name is. I'm off this way. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
and your Piccolo is so fucking cute.
You keep saying Piccolo, and I actually makes me think of Dragon Ball Z.
It might be Piccola or no, Piccolo's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Piccola, P-I-C, Piccola. And there's a pig you can.
Piccolo an
And
instrument.
there's a pig.
Piccolo isn't
A pig you
Yeah.
can stroke and then pick up and carry around and change his pajamas. I'm
Pig.
not
That's a
kidding.
point for Lewis.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my
You got a lot of points,
second
to be
spot.
fair.
I went on for a while there. Monster Hunter Worlds. If you're on the fence about it, if I'm going to be completely honest, hold off until it comes down in price a little bit because I'm loving it. But if you don't like JRPGs and you don't like complex battle systems and you don't like having to learn the game for yourself, then it's not a game for you. If you this game's going to be at least, I reckon, 50-60 hours for the main story. I reckon at least 100 hours to see some of the enemies, some of the monsters. That's honestly what I think. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the idea of the game. So yeah, that's my so Monster Hunter World, my second one. Stick with it; it's really good fun. Dan loves that. Off you go, Tom. Take us away. Your second favourite thing from the month of January.
January.
Yeah,
Jean-Pierre.
oui,
Yeah.
oui, c'est bon.
Wow, we're all French, guys. Why?
Parlez-vous anglais?
Oui.
You don't speak English.
No,
Okay,
Go
brilliant.
on.
barely. So, I need to do quickly
And Lewis.
a Lewis, and
Right.
I'm going
And
to
be
do
cool.
an amendment to my amendment. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember a few weeks back, if you watched the show, that I think maybe on the first episode, one of my things I loved was Star Trek Discovery,
Yep.
and then like 2 episodes later,
You
I was
hated
like,
it.
Nah, hate it.
Yeah.
Too inconsistent. Remember you were stepping all over me. Remember that one? Yeah, good one.
Yep.
But now I'm amending it again because the series has come back after the series break. Have you been watching it?
No,
No. Okay.
it lost me. I thought the last 2 episodes going into the break were good.
Yep.
But they weren't good enough to make me come back. I don't know why it took a break. I do know I took a break because Thanksgiving, but it's
Yeah.
fucking took
Well,
a break for
well,
so long.
schedules.
Here, this is not going to be huge spoilers, but minor spoilers for this half of the season. It's just been really cool.
Is it finished now? Is it done?
No, 2 more episodes, I think. It's basically we're in an alternate universe, and it's the mirror universe. If you know Star Trek, you know the mirror universe.
So they've saved themselves by saying alternate universe.
No.
Oh.
They are in the prime timeline, but in the end of the season break, they went into an alternate universe.
Okay,
through
good.
the Spore Drive,
Okay.
and it's the mirror universe. It's been explored a lot in Star Trek, but not to this extent that they've done this season.
Mhm.
And I've been loving it. It's been great. I love the mirror universe. Thumbs
He got,
up.
he got one thumb
Mirror.
fresh there.
Yeah.
Universe, as in like a look in the mirror.
The difference in the mirror universe is the Federation.
Well, it's called Mirror.
Well, it's known as the mirror universe.
What a fucking shit name for a universe. Oh, something that reflects back. Wow.
To
How
be
long did
fair,
it take them to think of that?
It was
Jesus
the 60s when they
Christ.
came up with it, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like a common thing.
Oh my god.
But
Why don't you just
basically,
call it the reflection universe?
idea-
The other universe.
wow, it's like a Star Trek theme, isn't it? Like,
It is. He
yeah.
just he can't handle it, which is hilarious for someone who actually enjoys it.
You like Discovery, don't you?
I didn't mind the first part, but
Let me just describe the mirror universe. Basically, is instead of the United Federation of Planets, it's the Terran Empire, and basically people are dickheads and they want to kill every alien they see.
good.
It's cool, and I
Good,
like it so
good.
much. I want a whole show based on the Terran
So
Empire.
basically, your pub.
But I want to
So this
stop it
is
there,
the
'cause
Donald
it's all
Trump
the
Empire.
The mirror universe
Yes, yeah.
is PUBG.
How is it? Oh, okay, no,
Because you want to kill everyone you
Everyone
see.
wants to kill everyone.
I get, but well, actually, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it is because
it
even
is.
even the humans.
So even
They wanna
Star
kill
each other.
even Star Trek are ripping off PUBG now. Come on.
Yeah, you heard it here first, guys.
Oh.
Star Trek is ripping off
Ripping off
PUBG.
PUBG.
All right, go on.
But
move on.
yeah, I think keep watching it because I think you'll like the Mirror Universe shit. It's good. It's
I'm
good stuff.
I'm 2 episodes
Are you
behind,
liking the Mirror Universe stuff?
and it's got a lot better.
Yeah,
I watched
It
thing by
has
the
got a
way.
lot better.
Punisher.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I thought there was 2 big things that really fucked me off about it.
Go on.
So,
Before we get back to Star
so
Trek.
yeah, so,
I'm done with Star
so,
Trek.
so Sarah's like, you can't just watch something and enjoy it, can you? And I'm
Wow,
like,
it's like Sarah's in the
Yeah.
room.
so
I'm not fucking saying that. I know Sarah.
Big
That was
thing
clearly
has a knife.
sarcastic. I'm sorry, Sarah.
big thing, big thing that really fucked me off was so there's a company called Anvil, which are like these mercenaries for hire in the
Yep.
show, and there's the Home Office. Is it called Home Office? What they're called? The Home Intelligence.
Yes.
So the Home Intelligence have set up this stage crime thingy because they want to meet the people who have been messaging them about the whole Frank Carter thing, and these 5 mercs for hire, like ex-elite soldiers,
Which
the
is the name of
creme,
the Deadpool series,
of
by the way, which he doesn't know.
the cream of the crop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn up and get fucking owned by everyday home office people to the point where only one of them survives. All right, only one home office person survives. But
And
I'm
it's bugged
talking,
you a lot.
we're talking ex-marine against home office.
So has this made the show go huge?
But for me, I was like, are you having a laugh? They've just got owned for what? Why? And then what? More ironic, the home office people employed Anvil earlier in the show to improve them on their.
See, yeah.
Well, doesn't that just
We
show
all know
that their ability to teach is far better than their ability to recruit?
I don't know. Inconsistency, as you guys know, bugs me in shows.
Yeah, that irritated me.
I do like
And
to
that
make
is
up
the
reasons
problem
in
with
my
Star
head.
Trek.
And also, what
It's a
irritated
huge
me
problem with Star Trek.
was the fact that I don't want to ruin anything for anyone who's not watched it. They let a character's name off very early on. That instantly, as soon as I heard the character,
If you know the comics.
I said to Sarah,
Yeah.
"This is going to happen at the end," and she was like, "No, just watch it." And it's exactly
It
what
did
happened.
happen, yeah.
Well, of course
Um,
it does.
I
but then
know,
again,
I know.
You're coming from the comic book world.
Yeah, no,
You
but
know, me.
but I feel-
it's different
A
for Tom.
layman would not
No,
say
but
For
no.
me and you, we can't watch
But I don't-
Spider-Man and we can't watch these series without
No,
knowing
so-
what the fuck happens.
so
because
Billy
of
in
course we do.
Billy in the show, if they had done 4 or
Hang on, are
5,
we talking Power Rangers?
No.
See, that keeps happening to me. When I says Billy, I think of
The
Power Rangers. now,
yeah.
so if they'd done 4 or 5 shows and then they said his name, I'd be like, "Oh fuck, sweet, it's him." But day one, boom, that's his name. I'm like, "Oh,
But then again, you've got to think about why they've done that. It's to keep me and you there going,
And also-
oh look,
yeah."
they're appeasing to
That
the
is
fan
true,
base.
yeah.
I thought it was good overall.
Tom wouldn't have a fucking clue
That's the
what that's
thing.
about.
They,
I thought-
they did the same sort of thing with all Daredevil and stuff. They did
I thought it
loads
was
of
good
that.
overall. What saved the show, and apologies, I don't know his name, but the lead guy who plays Frank
Lead
Castle.
guy?
Lead guy?
Lead guy who plays
You
Frank
mean the
Castle.
paedophile?
Oh,
just
yeah, I don't know
committed
his
suicide.
From
name.
Walking
He was
Dead.
in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
He was.
He saved the
Shaun
show.
of
I
Walking
thought
Dead.
he was
Shaun of the
genuinely.
Dead?
He was Shaun. Was he Shaun?
No, he wasn't Shaun.
Shaun
No,
of
no,
the
in
Dead.
Walking
that's what-
Dead.
Oh yeah, he
Walking
was
Dead.
Shaun in Walking Dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
That's
my bad.
I thought he was
Misheard.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant as Punisher. He plays
He
Frank
was
Castle
good. He was good
very
in
well.
Daredevil, so. And I've seen some of Punisher.
But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I should actually get onto my actual
Yeah.
thing, shouldn't I?
But Star Trek,
It was just a mention. I didn't want to
the
get into
bit
too
for
much.
Star Trek for me,
PUBG, you choose.
Star Trek
yeah,
is
no,
the
they're
way.
completely different things.
But if you had to choose,
It has,
Star Trek.
yeah, easily, because I think PUBG is overrated. But I think that it is overrated. PUBG
No,
is
no.
overrated.
I'm
Play
with
it.
you, it's
You're-
a
it's
huge-
overrated.
It's great, but I think it's
The
got a
only
huge
reason
hype
pub-
around it.
The only reason PUBG has done so well is because of the YouTube bit surrounding
the
it.
streamers.
It's about the streamers. It's
Yeah.
got nothing to do with the game. And the game's a good game. It's a solid game, but it's overrated.
It's not the hunt.
PC.
It's not the Hunt Showdown. Fuck me.
But with Star Trek, I think that
Right, private mic as well.
yeah,
I'll just smash the glass right here.
I think Star Trek has improved.
It couldn't get any worse, could it?
No, yeah, this series.
But I'm
Yeah.
2 episodes behind, so I kind of feel a bit sort of.
Doesn't
I
get
don't want
worse.
to say it doesn't get
I'm up
worse.
to date. It doesn't get worse. There's a good moment in one of the later episodes that you're probably not on yet.
No, I
No,
doubt
but
it.
there is some of that in the show.
Though on another thing, Star Trek related,
Yeah,
Orville.
I really want
I
to watch
really
Orville.
enjoyed.
I really, is it good?
Orville and Dean.
No, that's Torville. And Orville is the
I
bird who couldn't fly.
really want to watch that.
Have you not watched it?
No, I really
Ah,
do. I've
it
heard.
starts off really shit and then it gets good.
I've heard it is essentially Next Generation. Not
Yes,
not the same show,
yes.
but it is the same. It's
Yeah,
the continuation.
They've taken the same idea of Next
Yeah.
Generation, but they've made it better.
Yeah,
He's doing this because this is what thick people do when they can't contribute to a discussion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I can't contribute. I'm just like I listen. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Lewis
Whereas
does
it's
that.
like,
That's why he puts
Lewis!
beads on his dog.
Go on then. Go on with your actual second night.
Anyway.
a lot of bloody, you know.
No, his second
rigmarole.
one was Star Trek.
No, it's
No,
not.
no, that's
no.
my mention. I,
Was
Yeah.
that your mention?
That's
Fuck, we spent ages
Yeah.
on
That's
that.
why I said I'm done with it now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Terribly sorry.
Go on
Let's
then.
move on.
My actual one is a film by the I've discovered great director. It's not a secret, but Taika Waititi.
Okay.
Yeah, A Hunt for the Wilder People. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah,
No,
It's good, isn't it?
I thought it was alright.
I really liked it.
I haven't seen
I
it.
thought it was a bit weird, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. I didn't dislike it, but I thought it was okay.
Okay. Well, obviously,
What is it?
Taika Waititi, director of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
It's his film. I don't know. Is the film he did before, right before Thor Ragnarok? This is his.
Well, I'm assuming it's before.
it is definitely
Ragnarok.
before,
Yeah.
but is it the film I think he did right before?
I think
A lot of the same actors are in it.
I think it is.
Chris Hemsworth. There
No, I
again.
guess not,
Look
but
at my
yeah,
guns.
you recognise a lot of people.
Okay.
It's just a really good adventure film. It's obviously an indie film, so it's a bit more different in style and tone than you get with most blockbuster stuff. It's just it does a good job of, like, you know, you get films these days, they're so big that they're so expansive that it's like, whoa, you know, you like this, it can't get any bigger. It takes that kind of small sort of generic adventure and brings it down to a tight little story.
It's very intricate. It is a very intricate told story. Yeah.
It works really nicely, and the humour is great.
Sorry, what's it about? Sorry, I don't know anything about
It's
this
hard
movie.
to, neither did I when I watched it.
You can't
really say
not
what's
much you
about
can
without
say
spoiling
without
something.
ruining
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
As an overarch, am I looking at an action adventure? Am I looking at a horror movie? Am I looking
It's
at
like I would give it the title Witty Adventure. That makes sense.
So we're heading towards more of like Shaun of the Dead sort of witty adventure, or are we heading?
no.
In a sense, it's more broad than Shaun of the Dead, but it's
Okay.
it's
Do you
still
know-
got that sort of jokey.
I had a lot of
Adventurous.
vibes of there's nothing like this at all, but classic 80s adventure films
Go on.
like Willow, Legend, and things like that.
Okay.
Feel like there's influences.
there
like
there,
that.
there
Not-
are that's what the word is. There's like
It's not as
homages
fantasy,
to things like Rambo in it,
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
but there's not. It's not as fantasy as those.
See, I can get that from what you did with Thor Ragnarok. Was
Mm.
very much a case.
There's
of,
a lot of 80s inspiration in there, like
Good.
early 90s inspiration.
Definitely, yeah.
as a child of the 80s.
I thought it was good.
The
I'm
main
not saying I
character,
thought it was good.
don't know the
I
actor's
didn't
name,
love
but
it.
He's a child. He's great. He's funny. He delivers lines really well, and he's really believable. He's really
Okay.
good. And it's
got
Sam Neill alongside it.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, I've only ever seen him in Event Horizon and Jurassic Park,
Sam Neill's great.
which I
Sam Neill's
discovered.
is great.
He's great in Jurassic Park, obviously. Event Horizon is a bit of a strange film. It's good, but it's bad.
The lead
That
kid
makes
is
sense.
Julia Dennison.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie Dennison, yeah, he is great. He's excellent in that film, and so is Sam Neill, and they're really good at with each other.
Okay.
They've got a great chemistry, which you wouldn't think going into the film, because it starts off they're very at odds, but it works out.
I
in
think
their
Sam
favour.
Neill's going to be one of these actors who's known in the same sort of sense as like Gary Oldman.
It could
In
be,
these
yeah.
these actors who are so fucking good, but they'll never get recognised
Yeah.
until really late on.
Because he blends into the roles he does really well, I think. Especially
Yeah.
with this, I think he's great in this film, and it's my overall opinion is it's a great film.
Okay.
It's small but big, if that makes sense. And the humour's great, and that's what I love about it.
Okay.
Taika Waititi, a new favourite. A new favourite of mine.
May have to check that one.
Yeah,
out.
I'm going to look into more of his films.
It did annoy me when someone on Twitter the other day was like, Taika Waititi, up and coming director.
Hardly up and fucking coming.
No, he was like, hasn't made a bad movie.
I don't know a single director who hasn't made a
Replied.
bad movie.
Green Lantern.
Did he make Green Lantern?
Yeah, he directed Green Lantern.
Shit off, did he?
Yeah.
Shit off. Still my favourite. I want that t-shirt. I want that
Did he make
t-shirt.
Green Lantern?
Yeah.
I want your face
2002
here and shit
I'm like,
off written
Is it
across the top.
2010, I want to say?
I wanna
No,
say
it's
early,
older than
like
that.
2008, 2007 maybe.
Yeah.
Green Lantern.
And to be fair, that's got to have a lot of studio input. There's no way that's him.
What, Studio Ghibli? I got that vibe. Studio Ghibli.
Yeah,
actually,
you
Dark
know what
Souls.
Green Lantern reminds me of? Studio Ghibli and Dark
Yeah,
Souls.
it kind of gives me a Dark
It has
Souls
that sort
vibe,
of
yeah.
Dark
Yeah,
Souls
that's why I'm
Studio
more Dark
Ghibli mix.
Souls.
Go on then, Dan. Take us away with your second.
Okay, the second thing
Sorry I
for
spent so long, by the
January
way.
is actually, it's very specific, and probably only me and Lewis really enjoyed this, and Tom wouldn't be there.
I'll be like this the whole time.
This is the time of the year that the NFL really kicks off, and I'm not a massive sports fan.
I'm gonna go
I
for a
do
wee.
enjoy sports.
You actually go every week?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking prick!
Keep
Hurry up
talking.
with your skinny jeans, you bitch!
That's right.
Yeah, you're actually leaving us.
No, keep talking.
Go on.
Hurry up!
20 minutes.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Bye.
So the big thing for me has been the NFL. I'm not a big fan of many sports. I find soccer overrated. I find the players overpaid. But for me, the NFL, this is the time of the year it really kicks off.
Mhm.
And what an amazing season we've had.
It's been awesome.
It's
been awesome.
It's been incredible. The Jags have done incredibly well. As a
They
fan
did.
Of Jags,
They done very
Unfortunately,
well.
my Seahawks have not been there. But then again, fucking hell, they played so well.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of everything that they did, and I'm still an incredibly proud Seahawks supporter. I may be sitting here with my Patriots top on, but there are two reasons for that.
Eagles will win that the weekend.
And that's what I'm really loving about this
It's
game.
a very
about
open
to come
game.
up.
The
Such
Super
an open
Bowl
game.
is an open game this
And
year.
so many people have sat there going, oh no, it's Patriots game. It's not the Patriots game. I'm sitting here wearing this kind of ironically as a sort of
I'd like
I'm
to
an
see.
English supporter, so if you're going to buy a top, the only tops available to you are the Green Bay Packers, the 49ers, and that's all because of what happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with
Yeah.
how they play now. The New England Patriots, because obviously they've
They're-
been dominating.
And then the New England
years.
Patriots, you can get that stuff. They're
Um,
the
and for
Yankees
some
of
reason, the one that really
Seahawks.
No,
Oh.
it's the Oakland Raiders, who aren't the Oaklands. They're going to be the Las Vegas
Yeah, but
Raiders,
they're big with the and for lack of
the alternative scene.
the rap
Yeah.
scene, isn't it? Is big on.
Well, also the metal scene are very. If you know, if you're in,
exactly,
yeah.
it's black.
Well, yeah, exactly. If you can wear black and look fucking cool, then you're the Raiders. Luke is really big into the Oakland Raiders.
Is it?
Yeah, which is why I've been
Still
trying to
going?
get the
There you
tickets. Yeah, get in. So, we're talking NFL here. And it's been really great. I've really enjoyed this season. The fact it's been on... Get your arse out of the way.
I'm sorry I had to.
The fact it's been in Sky Sports Mix.
Yeah.
I've been able to watch more. And, obviously you
Yeah.
with your Jags getting further. I'm really
Jags done really well,
disappointed
yeah.
that the Vikings didn't...
Oh, they got so owned.
And it was such a
That
shame.
match, I
because
was
they've been
watching the match
so
thinking
amazing.
like they'll start playing properly. So, like they scored the first touchdown.
Yes.
6 minutes, and I was like, "Ooh, game on here, Vikings!
Yeah.
Good."
And then the Eagles just went...
Just turn it
"Fuck
on, and I
you."
was like, "Oh, Vikings will be back soon." And at half time, I was like, "I might go to bed now because there's no way
This is
they're coming
over,
back. This
yeah.
is ridiculous."
It's not like watching the Patriots when you're like, even at into the
Well,
fourth quarter, you're thinking Brady's going to pull this
when
back.
you've got a clutch player like Brady, and that's the Super Bowl, they could be down 15 points going into the fourth, and you'd have to watch it because the guy can do anything.
Yeah,
Like the guy can throw, pass.
but I will say as well that it was Amendola who
Yeah.
won that game. It had nothing to do
That
with Brady.
catch in the
It was Amendola, and that was such an
In the
amazing
fourth.
catch.
I just want to say though, the turnover from Jags was the best turnover I've ever seen. He managed to rip
There were
the
so
ball.
many points during that game.
Roll
Where I
it
was
off.
like, shit, the Jags are going to do this.
I thought you were.
Which would make it greater for this year over here in the UK, where the Jags are actually playing
Eagles.
the Eagles.
Ah.
And it was like, oh my God, I can't
What a
wait
game
for that to
will
happen.
be. What a
For
game
me
that
and
will
you
be.
to turn up and watch that.
What a game that will
I know
be.
Tom's not interested.
Should I watch the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Will it turn me on to football, American
It
football?
will turn you on. I don't know if it will turn you on.
I think the more you learn about... I don't like football.
You have to remember the Super
As
Bowl.
in the English soccer.
The real football.
I find it's full of bunch of drippy, wet arseholes.
Surely that's
Who
rugby
don't
you
deserve
watch
the
then,
money.
not football.
I do watch rugby. And I enjoy rugby. I think rugby is the purest sport there is.
That's a good way of
But-
putting it.
And it is.
I think it is,
It is an amazing
I think it's the
game.
rawest sport you can get.
Oh,
I
fuck
agree.
yeah.
I don't watch
After
it, but yeah,
playing it for
definitely.
15 years,
But I
it is
think
a
the
case
problem
of,
with
just-
rugby is that it's never going to sell. Because they don't have the right people behind it.
It's not like
Rugby
they don't
is the
want
mix
it either.
between football and American football. It has the tactical genius of NFL, but it also has that constant effort that is needed in football.
Yeah.
In the NFL, you stop every fucking go, every
Yeah, it stops
move.
a lot, doesn't
It's all
It stops
burst
a
energy.
lot.
You're looking at sprint, stop, sprint,
Whereas
stop, sprint, stop, sprint,
in
stop.
rugby, you don't have
It's
that
just-
stop.
Endurance and strength and power just to kind of...
Which is why, Jay Ajayi, who is with the Eagles right now, is so good because he is so used to that. He was brought up with rugby.
Did he grow up
He
playing
moved
rugby?
to the NFL
Yeah.
and made a shitload of money, and good on you, mate.
He's so good.
as I said,
Why
with an
Dolphins
Australian way.
got rid of him?
That made no sense. But-
Eagles got such a good deal there.
NFL is like the mixture of chess and football.
Yeah, that's why
And
I
as
say
a big fan of board games, I love that
It's all
tactical
about
side
the
of
plays,
it.
isn't it? Is that right?
Sarah,
Yeah.
Sarah
And
likes
it's
watching.
so clever.
She likes watching it because, as she said, it's like every go is you're trying to outwit that person.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to go, I'm going to go here, where are you going to go?
And the more you learn about it, the more you realise how important those players that when you first start watching, you think, oh, they're not doing anything. Actually, they're doing so much, and it is so clever.
Back to your first point about will you enjoy the Super Bowl? You've got to remember the Super Bowl is the biggest spectacle, so there's a lot more.
I know that. Yeah.
The stoppages are longer. There's more ads, so you're not going to get. So it's going to be a 3-hour minimum event.
Yeah, at least it's usually
probably
4 to
4
5.
hours because you're going to have the halftime shows going to be longer. The halftime show is worth watching
I've
its
heard
own
it's good,
right.
though.
Yeah.
It's normally insane.
Yeah.
The halftime.
Alright.
As a
I don't know
massive
who's doing the
Prince
halftime.
fan,
show.
oh,
Who's doing a halftime
Prince
show
do
this year?
his one. I didn't watch it
can't
live.
remember.
I've seen the
I
Prince
might
one.
Google it quickly now.
is it? It's,
I don't know.
I have
Google
heard,
it and
but
find out.
I've forgotten already.
I got to see Prince live, which
Wow.
Brian knows because and
What,
I
the
went
Super
on my
Bowl?
own. No one else was. No, not at the
Let's
Super
say
Bowl.
fuck me.
It was when he was playing the O2 Arena,
Right.
and I got to go and see him at the O2 Arena. A massive Prince
really?
fan, massive guitarist, and
That's it. Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
it was amazing. I've seen lots of musicians play, and I've never seen anyone play like Prince did, and it changed my idea of music.
Wow.
It had that much.
That's a big impact.
It
fuck
was
me.
a massive impact because you know when you know a song
Mhm.
and you know it, and then
Yeah.
you go to see it live, and sometimes you watch a band play it live, and you're like, "Yeah, I wish you played like the album
Yeah.
because what you did there was shit."
Yeah.
Prince didn't play it like the album,
But he played.
and I
better.
was like, "Oh my god, I wish I had that on album."
Yeah.
And it wasn't him playing it; he was singing, but he got his band to the point that they were able to jam around this
Wow.
and jam around what he did, and I was just like, "Jesus Christ, this is insane."
So I thought it was Dalston.
It's Justin Timberlake, which is controversial.
Which is good
Since
because he did it with
Nipplegate.
Janet Jackson.
Nipplegate.
Though his new album is shit. Justin Timberlake's new album
I
is
don't know.
a
I've
fucking
heard
disappointment.
his single that came out recently, and it was not very good.
No,
Yeah.
you know who I'd like to see do it?
Who's that?
Childish Gambino.
Oh, don't even.
Oh my god,
There's only one
How
person.
good
Would
would
he
I
that
need
not
to
be?
be incredible?
it'd be fucking amazing.
There's
He'd
only
be so
one
good.
person I need to get.
And they could have Tom Holland swing in during it, and you'd be like, "Oh, cheers!"
I saw a great.
And then if he dressed up in the Miles Morales,
I'd be so happy. I saw a great tweet about him, and it was just, I think it was Ben Schwartz just tweeted, I wish I could do anything as well as Donald Glover can do anything.
I've got to say, there are a few people who piss me off in this world. Actually, that's not true. There are many people.
No,
there are a few
quite a
people
few,
who piss
yeah.
me off in this
Two of
world
them in
that
this
I
room.
wish I could be. And Jesus,
He's
yes,
so good.
so good.
Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
why am I missing a trick here?
go on.
One performer, halftime show, Swifty.
No,
We need Swifty there.
That'd be complete
Crowd would
bullshit.
go mental.
no.
I mean, they'd start shaking shit off
If-
everywhere.
If I was,
If they could put a cardboard box on a stage.
if
and
I
watch
was
that
an
for half an hour.
advertiser, then yeah, I'd have Swifty there.
She would sell
Yeah.
tickets,
You'd
mate.
sell so much.
She's
Sell so much.
She's so
But then
bland.
again, if I
So
was me
bland.
and I'd want it, I'd have Gambino
Gambino
and
for
I'd
sure.
have Rush.
I'd have.
Oh wow!
I'd have
Rush's still
Swifty.
alive.
Yes, for a start.
What was that
but
1812 they were about?
I would have, I would have Swifty and Jefferson Starship.
What the fuck?
I know the name Jefferson Starship, but I can't think of any music.
Mannequin. What a movie! Yes. Damn
You're
those.
fucked up in the head, mate.
I've lost
Swifty
on
and
this one.
Jason.
Yeah.
It's like having Toto do Africa during fucking a U2 gig. It'd be awesome.
Wow.
Oh yes.
Coming
Anyway,
to that idea.
should we go on to our final options each? Final
That's a good
section.
Oh
point.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I forgot we were
We're
doing this
something
podcast,
here,
yeah.
aren't we? Yeah, so I did NFL, you did Star Trek.
No,
you
I didn't do Star Trek. I did
No.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
Oh,
Hunt
yeah,
for
I
the
forgot that
People,
bit. And
yeah.
you did
Forgot
Monster
the
Hunter
name
World.
bit.
Monster Hunter World.
Last one each.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm not going to annoy both of you with my one. I mean, you already know what it is. but I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
annoy this bit as well.
okay, so last round each.
I feel like Philip DeFranco.
What do you
because he was just
think-
on the jump cut?
Yeah.
What? Any guesses what mine might be?
Dragon Ball.
Fighter.
Oh,
Z.
Fighters.
Dragon
Fighters.
Ball Fighters. Now
Is it Dragon Ball Fighters or is it Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Dragon
No,
Ball
it's-
Fighters.
it's Dragon Ball Fighters,
Okay,
which
right.
is stupid.
Which makes more sense with what you said.
Yeah, which is
But-
stupid compared considering the show was Dragon Ball Fighters. But anyway,
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon
See,
Ball
I've
Z.
heard different opinions.
no,
on
it's
this.
actually Dragon Ball Fighters. They've already come out and said it's Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Fighters.
Okay, alright.
Now, this proves that events sell, because I'm not that engaged. Well, I am now, but I wasn't that not engaged. I wasn't that invested in the show. I've never
You've never
seen
seen
the show.
it.
No.
You were
No.
uninterested
I like
in
fighting
it.
games. I love Street Fighter. I love especially 2D fighters. I don't mind 3D fighters. Soul Calibur, I don't mind. Tekken, I like them. I just haven't got the.
Soul Calibur, you don't mind?
I like Soul Calibur, but
I'm sorry, I'm not a fight
Instant
fan, but Soul
offence.
Calibur is fucking amazing. Dreamcast.
No, it's amazing.
Ugh.
But I'm saying 3D fighters are a whole nother level. Like, if you want to
you, my
Effortless
friend.
jism.
if you want to get good at 3D fighters, it's a whole nother level. Like I just that's a level that I'm not committed to going to.
Oh.
I like 2D fighters.
I'll come in later on this one.
And
Hang on, I just did.
we sat down at EGX, didn't we?
We did sit down at EGX.
It was the
a few
best
times,
moment
yeah.
of EGX for me.
And what's amazing
Remember
was
that last catch up we did, and I almost fell asleep during it.
what's amazing is there was like no one at this station playing a game.
Yeah,
Like,
somehow we got on like
we
that.
literally
didn't
walked on. We were like, "Oh, let's go on and give this a go."
Me and
They
Lewis.
had two sides as well.
Yeah, and
doing this
we
game.
played. I was like, "This is fucking amazing." You were like, "This looks incredible." I was like,
It looks.
I know.
It's such a good. looking
"You
game.
dominated me first game." There's no denying.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked him right.
And I was
That
Not
changed
trying to make-
pretty quick.
not trying to make excuses.
and
I
it was a
was
draw.
deliberately losing.
That's all we need to know. Oh, shut up.
I was deliberately losing because I was trying
Oh
to learn.
no!
This is the first
No.
time he's ever said
That
this.
is proper
It has
bullshit.
No,
been
I was trying to learn
several
the
No, you were
times.
not. No,
The topic has
you
come
were
up
trying to learn
several
the
times.
mechanics, but you were not deliberately losing.
Okay, no, I wasn't
Absolutely.
deliberately
That is
losing.
bullshit.
I
He
wasn't
lost
deliberately
because
losing.
I'm better at video games than he is. That's
I was
why.
learning mechanics. The second fight,
That's the other bit of bullshit.
second
You're
fight, I swiftly dispatched of Tom over here.
Swiftly dispatched.
And the
No,
third
you
game,
didn't.
and the third game,
I watched both.
the third game, Tom decided to say, "I don't really want another game."
It was a draw.
So we finished draw. But anyway,
What better way to leave it?
getting
It was
to
a
my
draw.
point. Getting to my point. That just sitting down and playing 2 games of you then and seeing the game, get my hands on the game, made me go, I'm excited for this title actually. Beta come round, I
Yeah.
got into the beta finally. They had some server issues, but I've got to say, from launch, servers has been absolutely spot on. Played the beta, enjoyed it. I deliberately didn't play loads of the beta, and I probably should have because I.
Okay, I'm going to jump in again.
Yeah, go on, Dan.
Right,
What you got to say?
because the beta was shit, and you got in touch with me.
Oh
and
yeah, no,
went, Dan,
the servers were bad.
The servers are
The servers
fucking
were
awful.
bad.
To the point that you were like, "I'm going to stop my pre-order."
Yeah, I
of
did.
this.
I cancelled my pre-order.
Yeah.
I did cancel my
So
pre-order.
let's be honest about this, because it makes what you're about to say even more impressive.
Okay, so yeah, I cancelled my pre-order because I couldn't get into the betas for the first 3 days, and this is someone who's meant to get a day early access because I pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Now the issue with that is, if you're a real competitive fighting game player, then that's an issue because that's your time to get hands-on with the characters,
Yeah.
get a head start before the launch. I wasn't looking like that. I knew I was going to get invested in the game, but I was like, I want to go in, try a couple of players out, see how it feels. I played about 3-4 hours of the beta, enjoyed it, put it down, and thought, I'm going to wait for the launch now. Game launched. As I said in the previous podcast, I've put in 32 hours this week to the game.
Yeah.
I've had over 200 fights now. I am fully invested in the game. It is brilliant. And one thing I want to point out, now a lot of people are hating on this, and I can see their point for hating for it, and that's the auto combos. People are hating on it because they're going, oh, people can just spam buttons, they can just... Now, if you're not that clued up with the game, and the biggest issue people have in Dragon Ball, because it's such a fast-paced, relentless game, is they don't have any defense. People forget that the most important thing in a fighting game is your defense.
Yeah.
If you can not get hit, you're going to win. Like, if you can not get hit and hit the other player, you're going to win. Because I had the issue with it at first is where the game, it promotes itself as such an aggressive game because it looks so cool. You're flying all over the place.
It looks awesome.
It looks
so
fucking
good.
amazing.
People forget to block. And for the first
Yeah, tell me
probably
about it.
for the first 10 hours, I was one of those people. I was diving in. Yeah, I had these combos down. I was like, yeah, doing. They weren't hitting because people were blocking them and they would just destroy me.
You want to be aggressive. don't
When you take
play
a
it?
step back and you start learning how to block it and punish, that's when I went to the next level and I'm like, here we go now. Now I'm going up the rankings.
I got to say, it was one of the weirdest things coming to today's podcast. I came up and both these guys were playing. And Lewis was going, yeah, punish me, yeah, hurt me.
He was being really supportive. Like whenever I did anything good, he was like, "Yeah, now punish me."
And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck is wrong with Lewis?
But so positives of auto combos, and there are positives to them, of the likes of you can pick it up, Dan can pick it up, you can bash buttons, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
You're putting stuff up, and you're like,
Looks
wow,
so good.
and you're taking away their health. You
It's the best
feel
killing game I've
good
seen,
playing the game. As soon as you overcome those auto combos and you know how to, once you play enough of the game, I know straight away now when someone's auto comboing. So I know the last attack is going to be the most powerful attack on there. Once I've blocked that powerful attack, I'm at frame advantage. I can hit with a down low, a down light or a medium light, and then I can punish them. That's what and I know that. So when you get past that thing and you know how to beat auto combos, you know that anyone playing auto combos has got no chance going any further. They're good because they make people feel amazing. They look amazing at the game. And I still use auto combos sometimes. If I've got someone in the air, I know an auto combo will keep it in the air longer than a manual combo. So I just go, well, why not auto combo it? Like, it makes more sense. I get more damage done. But the game is so good. It's slick. It's fast online. There's a story mode that's 12 hours long, apparently.
Bloody hell.
I've not played it because I'm waiting to finish Dragon Ball Z before, because it's
the show.
it fits in perfect universe with the canon. There's a whole new character they introduce.
Lewis has started watching the show from day one. Dragon Ball.
I'm up to 62 episodes into Dragon Ball, so I'm pretty much halfway through season 1. I'm calling it. Dragon Ball Z will be season 2. When I finish Dragon Ball Z, I'll go back and play the story. Now, you can unlock a character by playing the story called Android 21. She's a completely new character to the universe. She's never been in the show. She's a completely new addition. Yeah. And apparently the story modes, for fans of the show, it's really good. Apparently it fits in really well with what they've made. But I've played against her a few times. She's not wowed me. And the androids are really, they're more set-up players. You kind of looking at building combos with them to then call in assists, but I won't go on for that. All I'm trying to say is, if you're looking to get into a fighting game, this is a good game to get into because it fits perfectly on a controller. I have a fighting stick and an arcade stick. I'm playing this on a controller because I think it feels more comfortable on a controller because it is a...
So, as a boost in there, do you think Street Fighter Arcade or Dragon Ball? Because recently we talked about Street Fighter Arcade, and you were like, "Fuck me, this is really taking it
Street
further."
Fighter Arcade is,
or should I Dragon
incredible.
Ball?
What? So are we talking first-time fighters?
Yeah. So if I'm not a big fighting game person. I like my Soul Calibur as long as it's on Dreamcast. I like X-Men vs Capcom as long as it's on Dreamcast. So you're talking about many fucking 20 years.
I'd go Dragon Ball straight away for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
First off, when you do something right, it looks amazing.
It does fucking
And
look good.
secondly, the toughest input you've got on Dragon Ball is down forward or down back command. That is one of the easiest inputs you've got in Street Fighter. And also Street Fighter is a 6-button fighting game. You have low, medium, high, upper attack, low, medium. Sorry, you have light, medium, heavy, upper attack, light, medium, heavy, lower attack. So that's why I use a fighting stick for Street Fighter, because you need the 6 buttons and your specials. Dragon Ball, you have light, medium, heavy, and then special attack, and that is it. So on a controller, it fits perfectly.
So it works for the buttons.
Yeah, so I would say Dragon. If you look, I reckon if you used to, and the biggest mindset I can say, or the biggest tip, anyone looking to get into fighters and play Dragon Ball, biggest tip I can give you, and this coming from someone who's not brilliant. I'm currently sat at only 35% win ratio. I've lost quite a few recently on my ranked. I'm currently Freezer Clan, so I'm doing okay with it. The biggest tip I can give you, someone who's getting into it more, is don't be afraid to lose. You're going to lose a lot. And have the mindset of when you lose, if you lose and you're angry, turn the game off. Because if you go into another match angry, you'll lose. Because you'll start spamming buttons. You won't think about your inputs. What you need to do is think about your inputs. It comes down to muscle memory. I've now got down 5 combos with each character that are go-to combos. If I'm losing a fight, I will then hit this combo up. I know that exactly I can rush in down medium, follow up with another combo, get away, guard a little bit, wait for my opening again. They're my go-to combos. They don't do the most damage, but I know I can execute them every single time. And that's what you need to do. And Dragon Ball, I think it's one of the best introductory games into fighting games. Definitely. Yeah. And it's fucking awesome.
Right,
so I've got to say, even if you're feeling like you're losing, at least you get to watch the cool animations.
And they are fucking cool. If
I was
someone
playing Lewis
sat
earlier,
there watching it, they were really cool.
He'd completely rinse me, but I'd be like, fuck, that combo looked fucking sick.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me angry because at least I got to watch
even when
that.
your new character comes in, you've been beasted, but your new character comes in, you're like, that's fucking sweet, right?
All right.
Come on, Tom. What have you got next for us?
You guys ready?
Yes.
I've already spoken about it before.
Star Trek.
No.
Not on this podcast, but on a previous podcast.
Yep.
It wasn't what we loved about it was a not so
Oh
indie
my
podcast.
god!
So many podcasts going on. Struggle.
Quick to the point, no faking.
It is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Hey, we're back. Since I watched it last, I spoke about it on Not Indie Show. Yeah, I have.
And can
watched
we
a
make
lot
it
more.
clear that we're talking about the anime series?
The animated series, yes,
Not
not
the
the
movie.
garbage film, which is complete
Shit.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so bad, honestly.
This is a guy who spends a lot of time on Pornhub as well. So.
Exactly, and I've seen some dark stuff. And M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender is a fucking turd of a movie. It's
Yeah.
so bad. It's insulting to the series and it insults me
It's just
personally.
insulting to movies.
Yeah, it's insulting in every way it could be.
It's insulting to
The effects
what
are
he's.
alright. The effects are alright.
Oh.
Last time I saw it.
Anyway, carry on.
Since when I talked about it last time, I
Yeah.
have watched a lot more.
Okay.
When I was on season 1 last time, now I am about 4 episodes into season 3, which is the final season. And my word, can I just say, and I've already spoken about it, but fuck me, it's such a good show. It's such a good show. Even as an adult,
Better than Dragon Ball.
I've never seen Dragon Ball. It's a different kind of show. Dragon Ball is a more sort of like over the top, extreme fights. It's about Dragon Ball's. It's about like just going nuts and just beating the shit out of each other, isn't it? And there's characters in their story, but it's about the fights, isn't it?
It's fucking awesome.
Am I wrong to say it's about the fights? Is that
Well,
fair?
I'm only
No,
on Dragon
no,
Ball,
no,
and
yeah.
at the moment, Dragon Ball 60 episodes in, there's probably only been 5 or 6 fights.
Okay, but they're long.
But they're like an episode long. Each fight is normally an episode.
Yeah, well, Avatar it has great fights. The action is excellent in the show, but it's about the characters. And
Is it better than Samurai Jack?
I never watched Samurai Jack.
Oh my god,
But-
watch Samurai Jack.
But I've seen videos on Samurai Jack, and it's talked about in a very similar way.
Okay.
They always talk about it in a really similar way because that's supposed to be
Samurai Jack's fucking.
obviously they're both kids shows.
Yeah.
The Cartoon Network and Avatar is Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon, yeah.
But they have themes that can be enjoyed by all ages.
Okay.
That's what I've heard anyway. I don't know Samurai Jack, but Avatar definitely. And going into season 3, and with the season 2 finale out the way now, it's just so good. The characters have come over just the 2 seasons, just such a long way. Like I know it's cartoon, you think, oh, you know what, they're the same. They're not.
Well, they're not, yeah.
There's so much change. It's so much depth for a cartoon, especially. It's so much depth for them, and I would implore you, please, to watch the show.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. I might
You
watch
got
it.
Amazon Prime. haven't
Yeah,
you?
I've got Amazon Prime.
And
I spend a lot of money for all sorts of random shit.
I think as long as you can push past the first 5 episodes, which is where it's most kiddie,
Right.
it will just from there on it just grows and
I
grows.
think I will
into
watch
more-
it once I've finished another about
Have you watched Death
700.
Note yet?
The animated,
Yeah.
not all of it. No, I'm
To be fair, Avatar's only.
I'm
3
reading the books
seasons.
before I watch the
Oh,
animation.
okay.
At least Avatar ends. I mean, no, Death Note ends.
Death
but like,
Note ends.
But like, you got things like Dragon Ball Z that's like.
And then it got Dragon
Full
Ball
Metal
Super.
Alchemist?
Yeah.
It's going to be finished in March. Dragon Ball Super. They're
Oh, yeah,
wrapping
it's
up.
cancelled. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not cancelled, but just bring it to an end.
It's cancelled.
It's cancelled.
Also, yeah, did you see they put the original Fullmetal Alchemist on Netflix?
Oh no, they've done
OG.
Brotherhood.
No, the original's on there now.
Isn't it the Brotherhood series?
Brotherhood is on there, but
Brotherhood's
they,
better.
Last month they put on Fullmetal
Oh, okay.
Alchemist.
Have you seen
Brotherhood's better.
Netflix have got their own anime coming?
They've got loads.
As in,
Yeah, yeah,
no,
they've got
Masters
a whole
of None,
load.
Seven Deadly
Yeah.
but then
Sins.
the new one is with I can't remember the studio now. There's a trailer for it now.
Ghibli, and
You
it's
go-
a Dark Souls series.
If you go onto as soon as you go onto Netflix, it starts playing a feature trailer, and it's that one there. I can't remember what it is now.
You obviously don't have kids because when I go onto Netflix, it's Riverdale.
Sarah watches fucking Riverdale.
I've
But
never
yeah,
seen that,
they've
so-
paired up with some
Don't.
big
It's about ginger
anime
kids getting fucking
They-
pissed off.
They've
thingy,
got quite a
but
few.
apparently they're really good.
Not Sidonia is okay, and Seven Deadly Sins is supposed to be really
Seven
good.
Deadly Sins is really good.
There's a game coming
I'm
out for
watching
that
that
soon.
soon. Is it really?
It's also a really kick-ass Iron Maiden song.
Is it? I wouldn't know. Don't listen to Iron Maiden. But yeah, please,
You
Avatar.
don't listen to Maiden?
No. I probably have heard some of their songs, but I've never
Ah.
listened to them.
Go on then, Dan. Do you want to round this up?
Watch Avatar,
I'm just-
please.
right, okay, I'm-
watch Avatar.
I'm
Round
going
this
to
up.
change mine to it's Seventh Son of the Seventh
Is it because
Son
you were going to
by
say Avatar?
Iron Maiden. Because you should fucking listen to that.
Sorry?
Oh, I'm so disappointed in you.
Oh, no, send it to me. Text me. Oh, so I remember. Not so that I have a link.
So
Sorry,
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll fucking let you borrow the album. It's a really great
Do you
album.
have it on vinyl?
Yes.
then I will borrow it.
Okay.
You're a record player?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do you not have a record player?
We haven't got any speakers.
I've say I've got some, but I want to.
We have got
Okay.
speakers. We haven't got the old speakers, the wired speakers.
He works for a speaker company.
I
Let's
do.
see what we can do.
He works for a speaker company that charge about £10,000.
That's because they're
That
fucking
is
good
accurate.
speakers.
They are very good, to be fair.
How easy could you sneak some out?
Not easily. Oh well,
What if we work into 3?
Is it possible?
it's definitely possible. Yeah.
There we go.
Let's not talk about this on video. Let's do this at another point where we can't get arrested for it.
And I would like to keep my job. Terry, James, Philip, I'm joking.
But let's check out our new speaker systems.
Go on then, Dan.
Okay, so my final one is actually from you guys. I say you guys, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
So I've been going through one of these indie games that Indie Credible want me to review, and I've been really looking forward to reviewing it. I've been playing it, and it's a slog. And I'd like to have a break in between doing things. So as I
It's
play a
lucky you
game,
have it,
every
isn't
now and again, I like a break. And I usually like 80s cartoons.
Mm.
Because I was born in the 80s, so I like to catch up with Jason the Wood Warriors and, Dungeons and Dragons and all of these things. Because it takes my mind off and like, oh yeah. It
Take you back.
takes me back.
It's nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And then Brian got in touch and went, look, I don't know an 80s or 90s cartoon that's on Netflix you can watch, but you should really catch up with Archer. And Archer is it's hilarious. It is wrong in every box. You can tick a box of like all the things. It's like listening to Lewis talk in one of our Patreon podcasts. It's like, what shouldn't you say online? Lewis has said it, and
Accurate,
Archer
yeah.
does the same thing. And I'm sitting there watching this going, you can't say that. I'm laughing my arse off. You can't say that. I'm laughing my arse off. And it's the perfect remedy to having a job which is in some ways very uplifting because you're helping people get better and educate themselves, but also there's a downside of it where you're having to deal with shithole people who should never have kids. I can say that. Fuck it. Some people shouldn't have kids. Some people shouldn't be allowed near kids. Some people should be put down at birth. Right? There are some people, seriously, we both work in education. There
Yeah.
are some people you meet
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what? You shouldn't be allowed.
Used to work in education.
Oh yeah.
You still do.
Well, you're supply.
You're
supply,
a temp now.
Yeah.
But
But
there
Archer,
are some people. And Archer just makes you laugh.
I've tried twice to watch it, and it's funny,
Yeah.
but I can't get into it. What's wrong with me?
Why not?
What is wrong with me? I don't know.
Well,
It's funny.
mate,
I think it's funny.
What is it?
how
what
open
is
are
it
we
that
going on this?
stops
What's
you?
wrong with you? Where are we stopping the line here?
Open as in you're not allowed no input.
Okay, apart
Okay.
from the fact that you're obviously a stud McMuffin, and actually, I really like Tom. I take the piss out of him, but he's a
Aw.
really good bloke.
At least someone
Oh,
does.
I like you too, man.
Sorry, mate. I know.
Oh, sorry.
I'm saying sorry because I take the piss out of you lot, but actually,
That's
Tom's
fine.
a really good bloke. Because he's not Lewis.
I like this podcast.
But it's that sense of humour that you have with your friends that me, Lewis, and Tom all enjoy. That really dark sense of humour that we know.
Friends.
Yeah, all
Well,
right.
me and Dan.
That me and Tom enjoy and then put up with Lewis. that we know there is a dark side. Me and Luke. Luke was
Is
my
it
best
Dark
man.
side with Studio Ghibli, would you say?
Yeah,
Or is
that's
it-
right. Yeah, definitely. That with your mates, that's not put out there in the public, and you have to worry about a bunch of fucking PC pricks running around after you, going, "Oh, you can't say that." You have this dark sense of humour, and Archer plays on that. It has that sort of, we're going to say things that we know is wrong, but we're not saying because we believe in it. We're saying it because we know it's wrong, and sometimes humour comes from that dark area and actually makes you think about
It's a
it.
good
and
way
that's
to
what I
vent that
love
kind
about
of thing as well.
it. Exactly.
It's to get it out as humour because it is sort of a
mean,
joke, isn't it?
At the moment,
Well,
if we sit there with and watching everything that's coming out from America, and it's the
In
biggest
particular,
thing. And I'm sorry to a lot of friends I have out in America. One of my best friends from when I was growing up in school lives in Texas at the moment, and he has a lot of these attitudes that come from. He's very pro-gun. He's very, and this is from being in America, and I think
Yeah.
it's very much from being around that society. Whereas when I grew up with him from the age of 12 to we were joking about these bricks.
Yeah.
We were joking at the idea that to get better gun control was to put more guns out there. You know, and that was the American way. I mean,
It still is, apparently.
we sit here in England joking about, haha, fucking Americans, but we've become this really polluted state of, oh my God, Europeans, fuck them, we don't need them. And actually being part of Europe was an incredibly useful and powerful and economically great.
We shouldn't get into Brexit because,
Yeah, I mean, you get a few comments for people.
yeah.
fuck them, you stupid pricks. If you don't understand the
I
importance
voted to stay.
of being within Europe,
Yeah, what'd you vote?
he voted to leave.
I voted
You
to leave.
dickhead.
But I think it comes.
Of course you did.
I think it comes from a very. I think I can understand the vote to leave,
My dad voted to leave.
and my mum voted to leave,
Yeah.
which shocked me because
I wasn't
she has
surprised
been
about this.
she's very open-minded. She understands the market, but she thought that actually Europe is a failed project, and it is. Europe hasn't worked the way it was supposed to, but if you take it from the economic stance that UKIP and that the Tories did misguidingly, was that we'd make more money, then that doesn't actually understand how economics works.
No.
And we fucked ourselves. We royally fucked ourselves. Because the only people who make money from this are the over 60s.
Do you know only one other person I work voted? Everyone else didn't vote.
Yeah.
Did you not vote?
I voted to
Oh,
stay.
okay.
But everyone else at work, except for my boss, my main boss,
Yeah.
who surprisingly, that's funny, I was surprised that he voted to stay. Because I had,
as a business leader, you would expect him to leave.
especially in my head, I had it quite a lot as older people would want
Yeah.
to leave. And he's, I don't know his actual age, but somewhere between 55
90.
and 60. He's around that age. And I thought he'd vote to leave, but he voted to stay. He's the only one at my work.
As a
voted
small
besides me.
business owner, it makes sense for him to want to stay because
Yeah.
it makes the
He
whole...
made some really good points afterwards
Yeah.
when we spoke about it, yeah.
I don't
And
think we should
think
go too
Archie-
deep on Brexit.
We are getting political now, aren't we?
But that's what Archer does.
What's
Archer
this?
plays this
How
brilliant
about your
game of being humorous, being edgy, but also creating these things that if you're not just sitting there and letting it wash over you, it actually allows you to think.
Mm.
And I think that's something impressive, but I also think it's something we're missing within entertainment. I think a lot of our entertainment is a problem I have with battle royales. It's a problem I have with a lot of indie games who are out there going, we've made a new game. It's like, I've seen this before. It's like when at the start of the year, you were like, what indie games are you looking forward to? And I was like, I haven't found it yet. Because a lot of the indie games we hear about at the moment are very much the generic,
Following the trends.
we're
or-
following a trend.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a game that will buck that trend.
Ooblets.
Or we'll do something. Ooblets is not. Ooblets is the ultimate in saying we found trends, we're going to put it together. It's
But
Pokemon
they'll
and
be doing it
farming
in a
sim.
good way, hopefully.
Ah.
So,
Stop mentioning Pokemon and Farming Sim. I really ejaculate at this
But
table.
this is how I judge where it all
Yeah.
works. If Lewis has a mangasm about it,
Yeah.
I know that you're hitting the popular button. If I have a mangasm about it, it means I know you're trying to do something different. If Tom has a mangasm, we all run because that
Yeah.
shit fucking explodes.
it's a terrifying spectacle to watch, I would say.
I think that wraps up.
Is that the third?
That wraps up our
Yeah.
third things each.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Fuck, I took it
ended
in a
on
real
Brexit
downer.
and,
Yeah.
Surely,
Oh,
dude,
no.
come up with
That's
something upbeat. Let's end this on a high.
Let's all get our dicks out, right?
Oh,
Not guys.
anyway,
Just me.
yeah,
I'm like that.
we won't apologise for the last bit because it's what we do. We digress. We go off topics. We
Yeah.
bring. The joy of these podcasts and what we love doing about these is the fact that there are no shackles holding us back to say what we want to say. If we offend people by that, then we can only apologise for that. But we don't mean to offend people. We just want to share our thoughts, and everyone's got an
It's
opinion.
all opinions, isn't it?
Yeah.
And please don't take anything personally.
See,
And if
when
you
you
do-
watch the Classy cast,
I've
you get
got to
politics.
say as well, if you do take anything personally, you might want to take a look in the mirror and try and think about why it is you're taking these things personally. I don't know you. I have not stated anything about you. Maybe a little bit of a moment to think why that you take it personally.
Should we wrap it up there?
Twats.
What?
So, thanks for watching, guys. As I said, Patreon, I said earlier, patrons do get these a whole week early. $1 will get the audio version early. $3 will get you the video version early. Supporting us for $1 also gets you bonus and exclusive pre and post content to the Incredible podcast. It is a weekly podcast. And the pre and post content, it's sometimes game related, it's sometimes not game related. It could be covering anything, but it's
The
just
pre-show is really good this week.
an insight into what we've been doing this week. And it's more kind of around our personal lives, how our week's been, what we've been up to, and things like that. If you can't throw us a buck, then don't worry. Do not worry. Don't worry about the money at all. There's so many ways you can support us. By liking our stuff on YouTube, by sharing our stuff, by commenting on YouTube, or even better, if you're listening to this through audio form, especially on iTunes. If you comment on iTunes and give us a rating on iTunes, you won't believe how much one rating really boosts us up. It like massively helps us out.
Huge help.
And obviously you can follow us. All of our links are below for where you can follow us. Dan, where can people find you?
I'm at the Dice Bear. Just look up the Dice Bear on Google and you will find me, or Firefox, or whatever the fuck you're searching on. That's not a search engine.
Firefox is.
Is it a search engine?
That's a browser.
Yeah, it's a browser.
Yeah.
Well,
Tom, where can people find you?
At Shrieking Profit. Hopefully,
Please.
it's right here,
please
right?
It
Look.
is.
go on to
Right there.
Twitter,
Oh, no, that's how you spell
Shrieking
it.
Profit. I'm not going to pimp out me as much as I will pimp out Tom.
No one follows me.
Let's follow him. Let's follow him.
And you can
He puts
find
out
me-
the best stuff.
And you find me at
Mostly
What's
Avatar
Up Woody.
tweets.
What's Up Woody? Pretty much everywhere. Instagram, Twitter,
But spelled differently everywhere. Right?
Everywhere.
Twitch.
Is it spelled differently everywhere?
No, some have
Maybe
got
change it all
underscores, some
to-
haven't got underscores.
Okay.
But,
So it is
You'll
done
figure it out.
differently.
but then if you're a fan of Crystal Maze, then it's a puzzle for you to work out which one's
Ooh.
which.
I do like.
dun,
Actually, I should
dun.
have stated the new Crystal Maze. I think Richard Ayoade has been fucking brilliant.
I've not seen any of it. Is it good?
You should watch it.
He's
He's,
been good.
he's
we got to
amazing.
wrap up.
I do
because,
love it.
Oh, yeah.
film's
Anyway.
coming to the end. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. We really do appreciate it. And until next month for what we loved of February, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.